Alright, so after a long wait, this is the start of week 2 of the summer programming. And today we start off with deadlifts and it was a rep day. So I worked up to three sets of 6, and it was at the weight 240. So I mean, your weights are going to be different, of course. But today might as well have been a speed day because the weights felt really light. I'm starting to get used to these movements. My nervous system's definitely starting to get used to these types of movements, so I'm definitely going to be increasing my weights more and more as these next few days go on, so look forward to that. I'm just showing you guys another angle of them, and like I said, they moved quick, so I'm definitely going to be trying to push myself more and more. I was at first hesitant because it was pretty straining on my back, and I wasn't sure if my inexperience with the movement was going to make myself injured, and of course you don't want to do that when you're working out that's going backwards. So I eased into it. I'm getting more comfortable with it now, so I'm definitely going to let loose and push myself, like I said. And that's kind of what you're supposed to do in your programming. If you're not familiar with the movement, start off light, of course, because you want to get used to the movement. You want your body and your nervous system to get used to these types of movements, because a lot of people aren't really exposed to these things. So start off light and ease into it. That's one of my suggestions. Now here is block pulls, and the point of this secondary exercise is to move more weight than you normally would have been able to. As you can see that the weights are set up a little bit higher, which makes you not have to move the weight as far. Now the program calls for 4 sets of these block pulls, but I ended up switching it to only 2 sets, and then switching my stance up to a sumo style. You'll see it in the next clip. But I didn't like how this was feeling. I think I maybe put too much weight on the bar after pulling so many reps off the ground. So you'll see it coming up soon. I did another 2 sets of the same weight for sumos, and ended up doing it for 5 reps instead of the original 3. And I don't know if I'm going to switch to just doing sumo from now on instead of conventional, but I definitely like that I can pull more weight off the ground, or off the platform at least, with it. So I'm not sure yet. I'll keep you guys updated on that if I'm going to be ending up pulling this sumo style right here. But what I did notice is it put a lot less strain on my back, and that might be something I want to think about down the line if I'm starting to fatigue too much in my lower back. So I'm just finishing up my final 5 reps. But I do want to point out that my knees did not hurt at all when I was doing this, so that's also a plus, that I'm gonna try to add more weight because my knees are starting to get acclimated to the heavy pulls that I'm doing. Now moving on to squats, and like I said, my knees felt great during these squats, and as you can see, I'm feeling really good. I'm snapping my legs back, I'm pushing through the movement, I'm moving them fast, I'm not having any problems with any hitches or anything in the movement. So I'm definitely happy with how it's going. I'm gonna probably get a new max soon on my squat in the next few days, so look forward to that as well. And here's a clip. I'm just gonna let you guys hear this raw clip for a second. Let's focus on my breathing. Now if you could tell that I was breathing in deeply, and that's going to help stabilize your core a lot. And a big thing in squatting is to learn how to control your breath, and don't blow it out when you're at the bottom of the movement. Blow it out when you're almost at the top, because you don't want to lose that stability in your core. And then moving on to chin-ups, these were weighted chin-ups. I was always really bad at pull-ups, and it's crazy to think now that I'm adding weight to my pull-ups. So I'm definitely happy that I can see the progression coming along. I'm going to flash up the rest of the movements I did. Close grip cable rows, and then I also did some more wide grip pull-ups to work on the outer lats to make me more wide, and I finished with 2 cable crunch workouts, or exercises for that matter. So moving on to day 6, and this was a bench strength day, and looking back on the footage, it moved a lot better than I felt like it did during the workout, so I'm definitely happy with that. But I'm looking forward to getting a new bench max soon. I felt like the weights aren't as challenging as they were before whenever I would do this weight. So I'm going to be looking up that really soon. And moving on to the second movement on the bench, it's a wide grip. So you can see me putting my fingers on the outside of the rings. And it's going to work more of that outer chest. And you have to lower your weight for sure with this because it's not going to be as powerful of a movement. So I did 10 reps of that, 4 sets, 4 sets, I don't know, but you can see it flash on the screen. But I'm controlling the movement down, pushing it back up, feeling the squeeze. It maybe might be tough on your shoulder, so you might want to move your grip in a little bit more, but I wasn't really having any of those problems. But if you do, just adjust for it, move your grip in a little bit more, and push out all those reps. Now here's weighted dips, and this is going to really work the back of your arms, your triceps, and it's kind of also a helpful movement for your bench because at the lockout phase, at the upper portion of your bench, it's going to utilize a lot of your triceps. So you want to make sure that you're training your triceps on the days that you're also training your chest, so that you're maximizing your growth in the strength of your bench. And then finally, here's another tricep movement. These are skull crushers. And as Tony Horton would say, don't smash your face. So this is a really risky move if you really make it heavy. So don't be a champion in this. Lower the weight so you don't hit your face with the bar, and keep things under control. And then here's the last two couple of slides that I have for my workout. And here we go again. I did more of a chest portion at the end to get more volume in. But to everyone still watching this video, I thank you very much, and I hope you stay tuned for part 2 of this week's workouts.